Hello and welcome back to the Highland Homestead. So this week's video is going to be a short one. There are two things pretty much in the video that we want, or I was going to talk about. So the first is a check-up on our sheep. So they're all still in the field shelter. We have no more snow on the ground, which is fantastic. We have got snow potentially forecast for Thursday though, so not the best, but hopefully it won't be as heavy and hopefully it won't settle, and then we will be able to continue getting our spring management in progress and continue and start getting these fields ready for when the animals are back on them and grazing again. So the sheep have been in here. They've been heptovaxed, which is one of the reasons we're keeping them in here, because they're due a second course. They haven't been done before, so they're on a 4 to 6 week delay, so they will be done in 6 weeks time, because then they'll be 4 weeks before their lambs are born, which is fantastic. As you can see, we still have our ram and our wethers running with our ewes. That is purely for the heptovac. Once the heptovac is done, we're pretty sure all the ewes are covered anyway, and Ragnarok is not interested in the ewes anymore, so he's not trying to mount, he's not being aggressive or anything like that, so we're happy to keep him in here for now. Once they've been heptovac though, the rams and the wethers will be going back over there to that field, which is starting to grow again and should have enough grass to keep them active for a couple of weeks at least. Or we may just release them into here to quickly graze over everything that's long, to then get a new growth in. So main things we've noticed, they have constant water, which we top up all the time. They've been fed hay. We dumped a bale of hay in and we've let them free graze it, and they get concentrate feed in the corner. Right, just a quick look at them. It's always every day we come and see them just to make sure they're okay. So obviously you and you, ram and wether. So they're pretty nice. They're all moving well, they're all looking good. There's no signs of any lameness, etc. As you can see, Tasty, who is the brown one here, her leg, which was one of the reasons we did bring them in originally, has cleared up very nicely. So we're not too concerned about her anymore. And they're all doing very well. They're getting great protection from the winter, and when there was snow, it was still warm in here, which is always nice. So this is probably what we're going to be looking at doing every year with them. But one thing I will note while we're here is we will hopefully be selling their wool next year, which we will be spinning on the farm. So that is something to look out for. If you have any questions regarding our sheep, please leave a comment in the comment section below, or follow us on Instagram, where we are readily available to answer questions. Just drop a message, comment on one of our sheep pictures, whatever you feel like, and we'll try to answer them. Right, that's just a check on the sheep. Next stage, the pigs. Right, so just walked up to the pig enclosure, and the keen eye of you may have noticed in the background, it's not the same pig enclosure. Now, the reason behind this is we had a storm, and that storm absolutely obliterated the polytunnel or polytunnel cover and ripped it to shreds. So we have a nice outbuilding, or little insulated metal building out here. It's a decent size. It's insulated metal frame, and we were like, oh, we could put the pigs in there. It's insulated, nice. The only issue we had was there was no paddock to it, and we weren't sure how easy it would be to convert to pens. So that's what we spent the past week doing. Now, we did record some of it because it was a project. We recorded it in the sped up versions. However, we've gone through them all and noticed that at every single one the camera's fallen down, so you don't actually see much of the build. So what I'm going to do is do a little bit of a welcome to my hog house. So we've got two pigs. They're both happily in here. There will be a central divide between the two, which is why there is a random stake in the middle. So there will be a central fence, and then they'll have two paddock each. So the whole thing is made from pallets, and if I go inside, it's nice and cosy in here, as you can tell. Pigs coming in to showcase it. So pallet divide walls, keep them both separated. It might be a bit loud from the pigs in here because two of them are going to be in here now. Yeah, so yeah, sorry for the noise. So yeah, it is their house after all. So pallet divide wall that keeps them separated. There's a little hole here so that when they are in together they can still get nose contact if they would like, considering there is going to be a fence down the middle. So the entire floor is reeds, which we have cut from out there. We've been taking the reeds, which are lovely bedding, and the benefit of using these reeds is, firstly, they're a renewable source because they're going to grow back in a couple of years. Secondly, unlike straw, which is a risk to piglets being tangled up in, the reeds being so strength and very brittle means that they don't actually tangle around piglets very easy. So the ideal plan is, as you can see, they have made a nest in this one. So the piglets are going to end up in that corner, and what we're going to do is we're getting a sheep herder that will be off the ground in order to provide enough room for the piglets to get through, but not for the sows to get through. And that will go across in a diagonal here. So the piglets will have this corner, water in the back, and then the pig will be able to go in this corner, and she'll also have access outside. There is a board on the front to stop the piglets getting out. And then when they're old enough to go out, we may remove the board or we'll just let them climb over it. We'll see what happens. And then the same will be replicated on this side. So there'll be water in that bottom corner there. There'll be a cross angle here. And then the piglet will be where the pig sow will get where I'm standing to sleep, etc. So they will also have free range to outdoors wherever they want, and they'll be fed as they normally are. And they do have access to ground, so they can root around, etc. We normally throw some treats down for them. We have got this benefit of this corner area, which means when the piglets are born, there may be a tripod set up here pointing into them so that we can, or pointing across to them, so that we can get some nice footage of the piglets that we can put in a video. Now, the exciting news is these piglets are due anytime from next week. So this was a real rush to get it done due to the fact that we had built a house and it just completely shredded. We have been lucky that this has had a wind and it's held up really well. We're going to think about putting some wool in this pallet just to give it a bit more insulation. But as you can see, the pigs are enjoying looking around their house. So that is it for this week's video. We will be doing a chicken or poultry based video next week. So if you have any questions regarding poultry that you would like answering, please do let us know. And please do let us know, and we will attempt to answer all of them in next week's video. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe to our channel, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.